maneno ya kusema amekuwa mwaminifu. Sinabubujika kama Yesu ni Bwana. Tunainama tunainuka tukisema 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 Yesu ni Bwana. Yesu ni Bwana. Yesu ni Bwana.
Yesu asifiwe. Amen. Nani analinga na Yesu leo? Hallelujah. Let's go for the Lord. Amen. Kindly have your seats. Clap for praise and worship team as they sit down. This afternoon is a wonderful afternoon because the King has risen. Amen. Amen. I want to welcome us to Easter Fest in God's Apostolic House with Apostolic Choristers. Amen. Amen. Let's clap for the Lord. Amen. First, I want to acknowledge Apostle Michael Afula and Reverend Charlie P. Absentia. They are our spiritual parents. We're here because of them. Let's clap for them. Kuna wenye hajapiga makofi. Let's clap for them again. Let's clap for them again. Thank you. I also want to acknowledge the leadership of this church, the pastors, the deacons, the ushers, the children, and everyone who came. Clap for yourself. Hey, hata ujipendi ujipigia makofi vizuri. Thank you very much. I know it's a Easter holiday. I know it's a festive season. But you found time to be in the house of God. Amen. Yeah. The reason why you found time in the house of God is because unalinga na huyu Yesu. You value Jesus. That's why I'm very sure of us we could be somewhere. You could have traveled home. You could be celebrating this afternoon somewhere. Or you could be resting. Amen. But because of the King of Kings, the one who has risen today, that's why we are here. We are celebrating Jesus through praise and worship and worshiping God. Amen. Amen. Let's clap for Jesus. You look very wonderful, and I'm blessed. My name is Stella Busolo, and I'm happy to be here. I'm blessed to be here, and I'm here because of King of Kings. Amen. I want to appreciate, if you're visiting with us for the first time, kindly raise your hand. Mgeni mwenye hajai kanyanga hapa. Nangojea. Aya, clap for them. Our special guests. Let me repeat again. Our special guests. You came today, you didn't go somewhere else. You didn't go to the village. You decided to come to God's Apostolic House so that you worship and praise with us. Kindly stand. We will not call you on front. You know we want to appreciate you because you are our chief guest today. Let's clap for them as they start. Let's clap for them. Kuna wenye wajasimama na waangalia. Let's clap for them. Nangojea msimame. Let's clap for them. Thank you very much for coming. And you can visit us another time when you are not doing praise and worship. Amen. This is a resurrection season. The King has risen. Amen. And this season we are all happy because this is a risen King. It's not someone in the tomb. Amen. And before we proceed, I want us to read a word for us. And I'll read in Mark 16. Mark 16:16. Technical team. Sorry, Mark 16 from verse 1. Sorry. Okay. Let me read from the screen. When the Sabbath was over, Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of Jesus, and Salome bought spices so that they might go and anoint Jesus' body. Verse 2. Very early on the first day of the week, just after sunrise, they were on their way to the tomb. Verse 3. And they asked each other, who will roll the stone away from the entrance of the tomb? Verse 4. But when they looked up, they saw that the stone, which was very large, has been rolled away. Verse 5, as they entered the tomb, they saw a young man dressed in white robe, sitting on the right side, and they were alarmed.